Hey guys, welcome to Get in the Car F1 Spanish Grand Prix review. So
What
we'll
up?
just we'll just get right into it. It's Ian and Cole as always, and bit of a nutty race, bit of a exciting turn one that or lap one that we were waiting for. Um, at the gate we saw uh Hamilton and K Mags have a little collision. That
Yeah,
saw Hamilton have a puncture that he had to pit for very early on. K Mags dropped into like last, and
yeah,
that kind of
and
just
that,
ruined his race right there.
yeah, for sure. I think his race was just totally boned off that. Kind of disappointing. I think Haas could have. I think they could have had a good result. They were quick in qualifying. Definitely their best performance. Just a tough one. Just a racing incident. I mean,
Yeah,
I think when I first saw it, I was more inclined to be like, "Yo, what the fuck, Lewis?" But
yeah.
uh, I think, after looking at it, I don't think it was really either of their faults, really. Like, I think K-Mag had the right to go outside, and Lewis had the right to kind of take his line too, and it just happens. So
You could
tough,
join
but
the you could join the FIA because they said the same thing.
yeah,
Racing incident,
racing incident.
and
So,
then um, yeah. Do you have any more to add?
I mean, I guess we can talk about it later, but Lewis's recovery was nuts. So, but we can
Yep.
talk about that later when we go through the teams a little bit.
Same with
Um,
Carlos and Max for me. I saw them both lose it into the gravel going around turn four. Separate, like they weren't next to each other, but
yeah,
yeah, they
separate
both,
laps, but same spot.
yep, both just lost it on turn four. Not entirely sure what happened. I think the announcers were saying the wind might have affected the back of their cars or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I heard that
And
too. Big wind gusts at that turn for some reason.
and yeah, obviously the biggest part was it looked like Charles was going to run away with it. He was way ahead. Battery or power failure, whatever you want to call it, ended his race, his first DNF of the season. And yeah, it really sucks for Ferrari because Max is now breathing down their necks.
He's
And
ahead now,
oh yeah, he's
and
ahead now. And
he's
Red
ahead.
Bull, I believe, is ahead now too.
Yeah,
So Ferrari
yeah.
is lost it for now. Could always, bring it back, but
I think so for sure. I think Red Bull has had like a good streak of having not many reliability problems during the race. I mean, we saw in
mhm.
Miami they struggled to get practice and things like that. Um, but I think, I've been saying it in my articles and things like that too. It just seems like Red Bull, like on the day of the race, is like way more they're just more prepared. They're not so scatter-minded. They're not worried about what they didn't get in qualifying and what they didn't get in practice. They're just coming out with a car that is working and is going to make it through the race, and they're in. And I think Ferrari just had a moment that it will happen. I don't think there's much they
Yeah,
could do. It really. That I don't. It just that
it happens.
sometimes it's
Yeah,
just not your day, and something's going to break, and you have to deal with it. So just really bad, really unlucky timing. Because like
yeah,
I had written in my article last week talking about it, like just one slip from Charles and Ferrari and Red Bull is gonna like pounce and take it. And I didn't think it would be that weak, but it was. So it's already happened, and yeah, the stress has got to be pretty high at Ferrari because I know they're kind of doing they're kind of taking the Haas approach of like not putting a lot of upgrades and changing much until I don't know when, but they have like a date set that they want to bring it out and like really upgrade the car. So, they need to hope that when they do that, they can, put a little more of a gap between them and Red Bull. Because if not, Red Bull's been doing a really damn good job of just staying in it and keeping up. And
yeah.
it's
I
not
feel that
looking good, really.
I feel
It's
like
looking
they've
scary.
they've been slipping. Like this is
Yeah,
Leclerc's first slip, but like Sainz had some rough ones, and
yeah,
it just yeah. I mean, I can't count how many races in a row, but both of them can't seem to get a good race completed the same, on the same day.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Sainz had a good
And
recovery, but obviously Leclerc DNF, so it kind of just erases what happened.
being that far ahead and DNFing too must just be like compounded, you know?
Yeah,
Like if you're running in like I don't know, 12th or something and you lose it, I'm sure it hurts, but it couldn't hurt as much as being what was he like? I mean, 20 seconds ahead at some point. I mean,
it was just he won
he had won. Yeah,
unless
he had won.
there was like a safety car or something. He ran away with it. It was over.
Well,
Max was in like third.
yeah.
Perez was ahead of Max most of the race. He's just a great teammate. Gotta love Checo. But yeah, like Perez was racing his ass off, but he was never gonna catch up to Leclerc, and then that happened. And obviously you switch the order around of who places where, and yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
Mercedes. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just looking at like the midfield teams a little bit, you know. McLaren is just such a conundrum. I don't even know. It's like I think we say that every episode. I don't even know what the hell to say about them. Like Lando's quick enough. He's finishing top 10 constantly, getting points, and he's like a lot faster than Danny Rick still. I just keep seeing every week, like Danny Rick making a statement like, "Oh, we're gonna try to figure out why my pace is so much worse to my boy and whatever," and it's just depressing and weird. McLaren is just I don't know. I think at the beginning of the year, I think a lot of people thought McLaren would take like a step up and maybe even become a top team. It was their chance, new regs, new everything, get in there, reestablish, and they're just so far off the mark. It's really nuts.
There's
Alpine is fast,
their
fast,
season
fast.
is, I think, I mean, is already disappointing the way I look at it. And I think it's going to stay that way,
I
unfortunately,
do
for
too.
McLaren. I think it's overall going to be a disappointing season. And you got to start questioning Zach Brown's spot as team principal, I think, because they want to see that improvement season to season. And I feel like this is quite a step back from what they did last year. It's like
100%.
I said while we were watching this race. Um, I was like, I think I have seen Lando and Ricardo in 8th and 13th for like the past 20 or 30 laps. Like, it's like, we're in
Yep.
8th and 13th. This is where we are. Okay, race over. It's just, there's not much fight out of them at
No.
all.
No. No, it's just kind of like, slot in where you can maintain pace and not get overtaken and then live there. Don't That's
Yeah.
all they have. They have living where they are and doing it. Um
Yeah, they're
it's
not
weird.
exactly racing anyone else. They're just trying not to mess up.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can hit quickly on Bottas. Like Bottas still looks like a stud, man. He's making that Alfa Romeo look like a I don't even know, like a McLaren, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just pulling that car ahead of everyone and doing a really good job. Zhu has really fallen off for Romeo, it seems like. I thought, at the beginning of the year I was impressed. He seemed to be having some good finishes and holding his own, but I know he's had a lot of reliability issues and stuff, but even
Second in a
still,
row. Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's even before. Well, I mean, I guess when he's driving, there's probably something wrong,
They
also
gave him the
preventing him
lemon
from being
car.
quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely got the lemon, no doubt.
I mean, that's just
Um,
frustrating because I'm sure, well, obviously his confidence is probably shot. And then when his power dies for like the second race in a row, I don't know if that was the exact issue last 2 weeks ago, whatever.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, ended his race early again. And there's no doubt he's not having a good time out there.
no, no,
And
it's definitely not.
Bottas, like you said, I think could have finished higher. He had some problems with his tires. Saw a lot of like wobbling and stuff. They didn't look good near the end of the race. Probably could have used like another pit or something. Ocon, I thought raced pretty well in Spain. Hats off to both the Ferrari drivers, or not Ferrari, Mercedes drivers. Russell
Yeah,
continues to impress. Mercedes look
yep.
quick. Nothing. I have nothing about Aston Martin or Williams or anything.
Yeah,
I
we
f-
can hit on those. We can hit on those guys in our preview. I think that that was a good review. You know,
Yep. All
interesting
right.
race. Tough for Ferrari.
All
Thanks
right,
for
guys.
watching.
Thanks for
Mwah.
watching the review. Peace.